It would be a strange life trying to live on a globe. Geometry knows no other law than geometry, and the physical properties of a physical globe would create insurmountable difficulties for the being called man or woman. For we are a two-legged, smooth-footed, clawless-toed and heavily built creature. Short of wind, slow-moving, full of fear and full of nervous reactions. Picture him on the outside of a sphere in our popular 34 degrees south latitude. He has his boots on and his head is depressed in space, 34 degrees to his feet. Consider him magnetized through his boots to the center of the globe, where the big magnet is located. Picture him looking down into the gaseous void with his eyes gouging out of their sockets and his heart in his mouth, and his prayer that his hobnailed boots will not lose their magnetism. There he stays stuck put until he swallows his heart and gingerly withdraws one foot towards his head to see if he can do the trick one-handed. Like a pelican in the wilderness, he finds himself standing on his magnetic leg of gravity. Recovering his consciousness and his mental equilibrium, he finds he has no space below his head, save the little bit between his head and his feet. Becoming bold in the recovery of his common sense, he finds he is standing upright to his feet and perpendicular to the Earth's horizontal plane. What a mental chimera he has been through. He has imagined himself to be sailing on the outside of a mountainous globe that is of itself rotating, revolving, gyrating, wobbling, and yet this monstrous globe is but a mere atom being whirled about in vast outer space by the diverse energies of system upon system. Is it but a toy balloon fastened to the wheel of the solar system of the fiery sun? Which system but are just a fly speck on the udder of the galactic cow system, which in its turn is but a lost sheep of the stellar herds of space that sport velocities too fearsome to utter. No wonder the world's brain got addled. The listener will be presented with a series of pictures that will form the pictures that you will have no trouble in realizing that you have been hoaxed by the stupidest manifest hoax ever perpetuated on a being who was divinely granted logic, but who, by his own flesh preservatives, have tied himself into knots to live accordingly to the dictates of his fleshy nature in lieu of the grandeur of his high mental calling to be rational and upright. But maybe some listener is seeking to change your life and mind, is seeking to know what life and the purpose can be put into it. We are all handicapped from birth. We grow up as children. As other children grow up, we are by nature inclined to be mean, and our dictates are mainly evil. And if we are to make any moral headway, we need a lot of self-disciplining. But who will or who can discipline himself without the instruction that manifests itself in golden glory and hope? If we do not understand the why and the wherefore, how can we ever make progression? Millions upon millions of men and women have lived and died on this earth with the darkness that has always been over the kingdom of the earth. If you do want to know truth, real truth, then you should want to know morality For morality is the basis of wisdom. Can you call someone wise that is cruel? Can you call an immoral man or woman moral? If you do wish to know the purpose of life, then the purpose of life is to give you one and one chance only of obtaining immorality through seeking the will of God in his book called the Bible. The basic instructions before leaving earth. It seems most of the time when we have these conversations, it seems all the time you will always base your opinion on the assumption that you are regarding the earth as a ball from some point in outer space instead of a flat, immovable plane. Heaven above, earth below. Geometry controls all space relationships, whether it is empty space or space physically occupied. A fixed physical object in space fixes a datum location for all space. If the location could be identified without the object would not be needed. A horizontal and a vertical plane are the shortest planes of space. Thank you for a brief upload. As the earth belongs to God, he formed it from eternal substance, which he claims to own, and which he claims he can hold against dispossessors. The heavens also belong to God. He claims to have garnished them with stars. When did life arrive, how it arrived, the cause of its arrival, and the result of its arrival? All being the result, and all told in one book. The mind of God is the one mind worthy to be known. Take care.